All right, guys, I'm expecting some major FUD to hit the markets right now. Before markets open today, I don't know if it'll be taken until tomorrow, but if you look at the chart, there's a very clear head and shoulders capper right on the top of the S&P 500 futures chart. And so that tells me that all the whales, all the CEOs of corporations like Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, is selling or is done selling, and there's no more buying volume. Is it just a technical thing? You look around. The technical has to match the fundamental. The FA has to match the TA. And what's been going on fundamentally? Well, the Trump-Biden debate is over. Before the Trump-Biden debate, what was there? There was uncertainty. There was the probability of a Trumponomics economy coming in, and then there was a probability of a Bidenomics economy staying in. And so because of that risk, everyone's just kind of looking at each other, not sure who's going to shoot first, not sure who's going to fire the first shot. And so there wasn't much action. The market just kept going in the direction it was going, which was up because of the fact that the Fed is not raising or is not lowering interest rates. Actually, I should touch on that first. When the Fed lowers interest rates, the stock market and crypto, everything's going to come crashing down, except for gold. Why would that be? You have to understand this dynamic. You have to understand this mechanic, because most people would think, well, interest rates going down is good for the economy. So if it's good for the economy, interest rates going down means companies can borrow, people can borrow, more money comes back and forth and goes around. It's good for the economy, then that means it would be good for the stock market. Yes, if it weren't already high, if it weren't already super, super high. So it's like a pendulum thing. It's like one of these indicators that are oscillator indicators. There's only so high you can go, and then even if things get worse, they stay at 100 or start going down. Even if things get worse, because over time, 100 is, or negative 100 is, the new median. So, man, I'm just using examples that most people aren't familiar with. So let me try and cut those out in my thinking as I explain this. The reason why stocks and crypto are going to crash when interest rates are finally reduced by the Fed is because what's happening now? What's happening right now? Because interest rates are so high, people can't borrow money. When people can't borrow money, what can't they do? What can they not do? They can't buy houses. When you have a steady job and you can't apply whatever little leftover money you have to your mortgage, which you don't have because you can't afford to buy a house, what do you do with that money? You gamble it on meme coins, or you put it in the stock market, which is why stocks have been going up. Interest rates keep going up, which means people can't borrow money, so whatever leftover money they have, they put it somewhere that's not their savings account. That's not their checking account. And it's definitely not into a home loan because they can't afford a home loan. So it has to go into stocks and crypto, which is why both have been going up. But the moment the Fed reduces those rates, what ends up happening is all of a sudden, holy shit, I can afford to actually borrow money to buy a house. And guess what people do? You can't live in a stock. You can't live in a meme coin. You can't even drive around in a meme coin. So what do? They sell all their stocks, they sell all their crypto, and then they buy a house. And so real estate prices are already high. Have you noticed that? Real estate prices, you would think that since no one's buying real estate, that real estate prices would be low, but no. What they're doing is jacking up the price of stocks and crypto and then making people buy, while they're jacking up the prices of houses, so that when they sell their stocks and crypto and it crashes, now they have to buy houses that are more expensive. Now, what does that have to do with Biden and Trump? Biden's housing policies and Trump's housing policies are totally different. And now that it looks like Trump is going to be in office, all the risk of uncertainty is gone. All the risk of uncertainty is gone. And what Trump's going to do is lower interest rates really, really fast. He's going to force the Fed to lower interest rates because that's what he did. He did for the first term, for the first 4 years of that first term. He just kept hammering on the Fed to lower interest rates, which means stocks are going to crash when Trump is in office. Which means crypto is going to crash when Trump is in office. Which means housing prices and home loans are going to go skyrocketing. Except the problem is that the elite, the people that control the world, like the BlackRocks and the paradigms, have already bought up all the choice property and made everything expensive. So what the whales are doing now, like Jensen Huang, like all the CEO of Google, like Jeff Bezos, they're selling their stock. They're selling their stocks. They're dumping it on you, just like the black rap artists are dumping their meme coins on you right now, and the black KOLs. They're dumping on you. So now that the uncertainty of who's going to dictate economic policy is gone, and it looks like real estate is going to go up, all the rich people are pulling the money out of the markets before the elections, which is only a couple months away anyway. And you can see that happening in real time, technically, on the charts. If you look at the S&P 500 30-minute candles, you can see a Head and Shoulders. So what I'm doing today is just looking for some kind of FUD. They generally kick off these major shifts in money flow from stocks to real estate, from real estate to commodities, from commodities to gold, from gold to bonds, and all these shifts. They generally kick it off with some kind of like manipulation, which you get pissed off that Twitter influencers use manipulation to pump the price of their coins or whatnot. Everybody does it. Your government does it. You just have to be smart enough to be able to predict what they're going to do and get out ahead of them. You can't stop the manipulation, but what you can do is be smarter than the manipulators. Join me on Twitter at OTC_Bitcoin for more of these analyses.